Hey guys, I'm RozaldVane, and welcome back to another episode of Virtue's Last Reward. Where we last left off was we basically went through a tremendously long information dump of pseudoscience as usual about, I don't know, yeah, I'm already lost in my thinking of like what we were learning in the last two episodes, but it was like two episodes full of dialogue heavy pseudoscience-y talk. I personally don't really like it as much as I usually would say it. I mean, it's just not like, I think it's just too much information and like making people try to think about it, and I still don't really understand the point of why people need to learn it. I mean, 999 had that kind of thing a couple of times in some places, and it made me kind of dislike how some of the narrative story builds to the reveal and stuff, or how it's correlated to those character stuff. But of course, this is like exponentially larger in terms of like how many of them, and sometimes it could be repeated. I feel like where they'll probably restate the same, like the earlier parts of me going through the prisoner's dilemma twice in different ways. It's just really not great. But at the same time, it's probably going to do it again in another stage of the playthrough, I bet, that I will eventually find another talk about the Schrodinger's cat once again, because probably the developers or narrative people were like, oh yeah, we want to make it so that it can feel so, like, interesting the next time around. It's like, okay. But anyways, we found the bomb, and Clover took us here to the control room, which was the same puzzle room we were in not long ago. I'm still not sure who's placing the bombs around. It's just really weird to me, honestly, but we'll see what happens then. Is this it?
確かに例の爆弾だな
And it's number 2, apparently. Well, at least we found them all now. Well, I mean, there's no question there might be a 4th.
いや、そうとは限らないだろう
Yeah. But also, it is kind of weird because we did see another bomb in the lab, so they chose to move this one to the control room because of convenience, due to the fact that we can all access it. So it kind of makes it seem like someone in our group is the one planting these bombs around. So there is a sense that there might be a group of people, or just one individual just walking around while we are not noticing, just placing these bombs in the most hidden places as always, or that it's been there since the very beginning, which is also another case.
K が言っていた通り、04以上がどこかに存在する可能性も
True. Did you tell anyone about this, Clover?
知らせたっていうか、
She's afraid of telling more people, I guess?
そもそも最初にこれを見つけたのは私じゃないの。
Huh?
じゃあ誰が
K とルナ、二人が爆弾を見つけて、それで医務室に知らせに来て。
Who was in the infirmary?
みんないたよ。天明寺さんとディオ。
Yeah, Quark and Alice are... I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think, if I recall, Quark and Alice are still knocked out in this particular playthrough. So yeah, this is playthrough number 4, I believe. Let me double check. It's been a while since I've thought about it. Yeah, this is playthrough number 4. Yeah. Okay, this is playthrough number 4. I'm gonna name all of them by playthrough still, because I feel like, I know some people, I don't think people have asked, but I'm clarifying that playthrough number 4 is how far the branches along the line of what my choices are. If I was to go and choose, like, if I was to go to the other branch right here, this would be playthrough number, like, 5 if this was the next line that I go through. But this is not going to be playthrough 5, because I'm not gonna go there once I finish this branch. I'm gonna go there when we're done with a few more branches on the other side, because they also might take a while to get through.
それからもちろんアリスとクオークも。ただアリスとクオークは
They're still not.
マンドレインのせいで眠ったままだったけど。
They are still nemui, which is sleepy, I think, or asleep.
では、その二人を除けば、全員が知っていることになるわけだな。この爆弾の存在を。
So, if anything, this provides the fact that two individuals are not the criminal in a sense. Like, it's not Alice nor Quark. If these, okay, so the theory is if the bombs are placed after we've been in the room, then Alice and Quark are out of the question. And if Tenmyoji is worried about Quark, then Tenmyoji is also out of the question at the same time. I don't know about Dio, though. So he could have walked out of the room and we won't know. So it's between Clover, Kay, Luna, and Dio. And I'm thinking it's Kay, because he's the only guy who's been in some of these spaces without actual, like... Because I know Luna was here with that room, but Luna was never at B Gardens ever. So I'm assuming that it's only the group that's been in B Garden and hasn't been with us in the control room that planted this bomb. So I'm assuming that it's K, because he's the one who probably took a step away after finishing his bomb in placement for B Garden. But then again, it could also be, again, planted way before we knew about it, I think. There's nobody else here, though. Where'd they all go?
シグマとファイを探しに行ったんだよ。一度ここに来て爆弾があることを確かめてからね。
Oh. What about Alice and Quark?
小康状態っていうのかな。
Wait, are they being left alone?
二人ともすやすやと安らかな寝息を立てて眠ってて、念のためバイタルサインも確認したけど、特に異常はないみたいだったよ。
That's good. Vi and I looked at one another and let out a small sigh of relief.
あ、そうだ。医務室にいた4人のバングル、一応色を確かめておいたから教えとくね。
Sure. It took her only a few moments to explain. Alice was a green solo, and Quark was a blue solo. Dio's bracelet made him a yellow pair, and Tenmyoji was a cyan pair. So what are our options for groups?
次に開くことになる CD は白の扉だ。
Yeah, I know that. So they have to be like the opposite complementary colors, I guess. I'm trying to think who it would be with who again. Yeah, I don't remember everybody's bracelet though, so I just don't remember the colors.
したがって合成色が白になる組み合わせを考えればいいことになる。
Fi laid out what that would mean. Okay, so that's their options. No, we only got one option, isn't it? What do you mean option A? There's no option A. It's just everybody has a forced option. So Sigma as red, which is us. We're going with Fi and Tenmyoji. Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting combination. Quark is going with Dio and K, which I'm so not gonna like because it's looking like a bad combination. Alice, Clover, and Luna. Ooh, that's also pretty bad too because Alice is probably gonna be very difficult to handle. Quark might be okay to handle with Dio and K, I think. But it's also interesting because this is the same combination that happened in playthrough 3, where we got trapped in with the idea that Dio and K was like to go into the White Room without the stuff. And the last time we had it, Clover and Tenmyoji was the pairing. And then Fi and I was the pairing, and we had Luna, who apparently got murdered, and so we had to take her thing. I think. I might be wrong. But yeah, it kind of sucks. Anyways, let's see. Fi and Tenmyoji Cyan would pair with me, red. K and Dio would pair with Quark blue. Clover and Luna would pair with Alice. And that's it. You got no option A. There's no option B. It's just option A. It's just that combination.
次はパターン A だけなの。
Yeah, why would you say option A? I'm just so confused because this was, I guess maybe because we saw what was ahead that there was no other options. But knowing that already coming into this, it's like, why telling me an option A? Just say just say this is the pattern, I guess, the group that is assigned.
そうだ。白の第二扉を開くにはこの組み合わせ以外はありえない。
But this would be interesting because we're getting Tenmyoji as an additive to our group for once, because we never had Tenmyoji as part of the final bits here. What about Alice and Quark? Luna said it's going to be a while until they wake up.
どうするも何も抱えていくしかないだろう。
I don't think Clover can carry her, but Luna can carry Alice, maybe? But they have to work together, probably, to carry her. Quark, on the other hand, is easily carryable because he's pretty light to K, I bet.
第二扉は3つのバングルがなければ開かないんだからな。もしも開くことができなければ。
Yeah, we'll get penalized.
そういうことだ。
アリスのことなら心配いらないよ。私、同じチームだし。
Are you saying you can carry her?
うん。
Oh, really?
ルナにも手伝ってもらって。
確かに、ルナなら進んで手を貸してくれるだろうな。
I mean, they can drag her if they can't carry her. I'm sorry, I'm always thinking, like, if you can't carry the person, you can just drag them, and, like, as long as they're not, like, being dragged on their skin to the floor, that's fine, I guess. Like, if they can just lift a portion of her body, like, on the shoulder, like, they put them on the shoulder, one arm on the shoulder, and the other person got the other arm on the shoulder, they can tag team that, like, that carrying, of course. It's not that hard. I mean, as long as you're not doing the princess carry or the backpack carry, I guess, you should be fine. Carry on the back or the princess carry. I think K would work okay with with people carrying with the backpack carry at the best, because it's easy for him to just hug on, or let them lug on as like a package. What about Quark?
同じチームに K がいる。あいつに任せておけば大丈夫だろう。
True. Why would you even ask that when you should have known that? Well, we still need to figure out what we are going to do about this bomb. Alice said we should be safe as long as it's not triggered with the remote.
だからってずっとこのままにはしておけないよね。
Well, yeah, because if we move them, we don't know if it will blow up, so best to just not touch it.
最悪の場合は半径数百キロの圏内が熱線で焼き尽くされちゃうかもしれないっていうのに。
Wait, ちょっと待って。A couple 100 kilometers. What are you talking about? That bomb should only have about as much explosive power as a ton of TNT, which is nothing to sniff at, but that's nowhere near the kind of yield you're talking about.
あるかもしれないんだよ。それが場合によっては。
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just not... I was trying to process what she was trying to say, but I just didn't get it. You mean there might be a bunch of more anti-hydrogen around here somewhere? Yep, right over there.
水消滅反応炉で使用するために。
そういうこと。今世界には合計で18機の追消滅反応炉が存在してるって言われてるんだけど、もしもあれがそのうちの一つだったとしたら、ここに保管されてる反水素原子の量は多分。
How much is a lot?
3.5 キログラム。
3.5 kilograms is not a lot. 3.5? Yeah, because 3.5 kilos is... Because usually a human body, it's like between like 50 kilograms, I think. I might be wrong. 50 kilograms to like 80 kilograms or something like that. Sometimes 100 kilograms plus, but it's just how it goes, I guess. I might be wrong. I don't use that metric. I mean, we Americans use the metrics of pounds. And I don't think 3.5 kilograms is that much weight in pounds, really, either. I think it's like maybe less than 10 pounds or so, like about 10 pounds. I guess it is heavy if you're kind of thinking about it, maybe. If it's around less than 10 pounds, it's like pretty heavy in general. Let me double check. I want to double check how much kilograms there is. Time to use converter. Oh, calculator. Yes, calculator. calculator. Is that it? Mass. Pounds, kilograms. Thank you. Darn, I'm trying to, like, it's funny because it's type up. So it's what, 3.5? 3.5? Yeah, it's like 7.7, rounding it up to 7.72 pounds is 3.5 kilograms. So I was right. It's less than 10 pounds, approximately. Alright. That's like 10,000 more than Alice's 350 milligrams. I don't know why we're making jokes out of this, but okay, I guess. Also, milligrams are pretty light as well. Like, that's even, like... Wait, I'm just thinking about this now. So you're saying it's 350,000 milligrams of Alice? I don't get how this even makes any sense to me personally. I'm just so confused. And if it's milligrams, then it's like... Sorry, I'm trying to convert in my head for no reason at all. So it's like, if I get rid of milla, then it's like 3,500 grams. And if I have kilo, it has to be multiple of 10... no, I don't even know. I'm too tired to care anymore.
そうなるね。だから、もしもその全てが誘爆とかしちゃったりしたら、
広島に投下された原子爆弾の1万倍のエネルギーが放出されることになるな。
No. That's insane. But I don't know. I mean, again, I don't know how much it takes.
ところで四つ葉、どうしてお前がそんなことを知ってる？
I don't know how much weight does it take to really, like, have a very strong bomb. I really don't. So my assumption is that that weight is pretty small to me. But if it's like... I don't know. I know that, like, I've seen, like, movies or some scenarios where they're just, like, they use a lump of rock. Like, they have, like, gunpowder rock. And it's pretty small, but it has so much power kind of thing. It makes sense that way, but I think that otherwise it just doesn't... It confuses me a little bit because of that sort of thing.
そんなことって？
追消滅反応炉の件についてだよ。
それは、研修の時に。
Huh? Training for what?
仕事の。
Ah, of course. I didn't realize waiters these days needed to memorize how many operational antimatter reactors there were worldwide, or how much fuel each one of those reactors might be storing. You don't work at a cafe, do you?
カフェバーのこと、アリスから聞いたの？
Yeah.
そっか。じゃあ、本当だよ。
And why are you using antimatter reactors at a cafe?
お米を炊く機械のこと。
Let's call them coffee machines. What? Nani? Are you flipping with me?
とにかく、カフェバーで働いてるのは事実なんだってば。ただそれは、世を忍ぶ仮の姿だったりもするんだけど。
Oh, okay. I'm just confused. Like, why? What does she mean? What? Yeah, I just said what as this pops up. Nani? What?
だったら、本当の仕事は何なんだ？
Spy. Spy X Family. Well, I don't think it's that close to that one, but sure.
ごめん。これ以上詳しいことは言えないの。
どうして？
機密事項だから。
Classified by who?
国家の。
国家？
That's right. Alice said it was her job to eliminate enemies of the state, or something like that. So you two do work together.
大変！バングルの残り時間確かめてみて。
Yeah, that's what I love how she's diverting the situation, but it's true that a lot of time has passed, I feel like. That we're probably like 5 minutes left or something. What are you talking about?
CD の第一扉が開くまでの時間のこと。ほら、早く！
55 minutes? That's not that bad. It's that's almost nearly an hour. It's not like we have much to do anyways. 55 minutes is not necessary for anything. So, damn. We were supposed to have met up 5 minutes ago.
というわけだから、私は一足先に行ってるね。
Oh, I see, because we had a promised time meeting. I guess I forgot about that, because that was like 3 episodes ago at this point.
集合場所の医務室に。二人も早く来てよ。それじゃ、また後で。
Hey! You haven't... Damn it. Why are we not going with her? And she's gone. Fine. She's right, you know? We need to get going.
いや、待ってくれ。その前に、確かめておきたいことがある。
What? Oh, we're going to the infirmary? Wait, no. She probably made us do something, but we didn't get to see it, I guess.
シグマさん、ファイさん、遅かったじゃないですか。
What happened?
何をしてたんです？
ああ、ちょっとな。
When we arrived, everyone was already back. Quark and Alice hadn't left, of course. They were both sleeping soundly. Any traces of the madness we'd seen earlier long gone.
四葉さんから話は伺いました。制御室にあった爆弾02。お二人もご覧になったようですね。
Yeah, with our own two eyes.
一体どうすりゃいいんだ。爆弾はこれで3つ発見されたことになるわけだが。
無論あのまま放置しておくわけにはいかんじゃろうな。何か対策を講じなければ。
だったら手っ取り早い方法がある。
手っ取り早い方法？
まずはアリスが言っていたことを思い出してくれ。
緊急解除用のパスワードがあるはずなの。それを入力すれば装置の機能を停止できるわ。側面のところにコネクタがついてるでしょ。ここに専用の端末を接続するのよ。そうすればそこからパスワードが入力できるようになるわ。
つまりそのパスワードさえ分かれば全ては解決すると。
いや、ちょっと待ってくれ。その前にパスワードを入力するには専用の端末が必要だったはず。
I mean, we do have the device, I think. Do we not have the device in this particular path so far, playthrough so far? I know the other playthrough has the chip, the memory chip, which is technically the password, but we don't have the device in the other playthrough 1, I believe. Playthrough 1 has no device, but we have the password. Here we do have the device, we don't have the password.
そいつがなければどうすることもできないんじゃないのか？
ご心配なく。その件についてはすでに解決済みだ。
え？
シグマ、見せてやってくれ。
I nodded and pulled it out of my pocket.
これって制御室の金庫にあったものじゃないですか。
This is the device, but we don't have the password, though. Exactly. We didn't have any idea what it was at first, but Fi figured it out. After Clover left, we tested it.
装置のプラグは見事にはまったんだ。爆弾のコネクタに。
Couldn't get it to do anything, though. We plugged it in a couple of random characters, but all we got was an error.
というわけで、アリスが言っていた専用の端末については、もう探す必要はないんだよ。
じゃが、どうしてそんなものが制御室に？
ゼロボスが用意してたってこと？
だとすると、爆弾を仕掛けたのもゼロボスということになりそうですが。
でも、それってなんかおかしくないですか？ゼロボスの目的は私たちにノナリーゲームをさせることにあるわけでしょ？だとしたら、どうして爆弾なんてものを。
誰かがとんでもないルール違反を犯したら、この施設もろとも吹っ飛ばすつもりでいるんじゃないのか。
What do you mean? Like, he literally has... Zero Senior has literally the bracelet. Like, an insta-kill anybody, honestly. I don't know why would they want to go to that drastic matter.
そんなの変ですよ。だって、
私たちがはめているバングルにはハイメトリンという毒薬が仕込まれてるんですよ。
Yeah, exactly as Luna said.
もしも誰かがルール違反を犯したら、それを注入すればいいだけのことじゃないですか。
For sure. I think that it might be someone in our group who's just like, they might have known what this game is all about and wants to just blow it all up anyways because they feel like they needed it. Or they are just part of this terrorist group that Alice mentioned in the first playthrough, and this terrorist group is meant to be like destroying evidence, and this is their this is their way of destroying that evidence to make it seem like I don't know, make it seem like it's just like a crime cover-up kind of thing, where they just want to make sure that everyone stayed here for as long as they can to activate the bomb to destroy us all or something. Yeah, you're right.
いずれにせよ、一つだけ確かなことがある。爆弾を仕掛けた犯人は確実にこの中に存在するということだ。
Oh yeah.
そいつがゼロボスなのかどうかはともかくとして、当然のごとく、そいつは緊急解除用のパスワードを知っているはず。
Or it could be somebody who lost their memories, aka K, who probably doesn't know the password but just knows that he had to plant the bombs because somebody told him to.
だとしたら、その犯人を突き止めて追及すれば、
爆弾の機能を停止させることができると。
そういうことだ。それが私の言った最も手っ取り早い方法になる。さあ、正直に名乗り出てくれ。爆弾を仕掛けたのは誰なんだ？
Why would anyone admit to their own crimes? That's so weird.
と言ったところで、はい、それは私ですなんて素直に白状してくれるわけがないよな。
I just love how she's like, yeah, I kind of knew this was gonna happen. Alright, let me see the flow first. Okay, I want to see why the flow hasn't moved, or at least unlocked the next bit. I mean, I know it's kind of like similar to something similar to this particular dot, where it just shows up after the fact, but yeah, this one is kind of irking me a little bit. It's bothering me. Come on.
そこでこれからボディチェックを行おうと思う。
Oh, body check.
ボディチェック？
ああ、そうだ。設置された爆弾は遠隔操作式。
I don't think anybody would carry it though.
したがって犯人はそれを起爆させるためのリモコンのようなものを所持していると考えられる。
そいつをこれから見つけようっていうのか？
その通り。
でも、
でもはなしだ。もしも拒否したら即座にそいつを犯人とみなす。
Oh, interesting.
疑われたくなかったら素直に従うことだ。
But what happens if the person we search has like a weapon and they're just pulling it out right as somebody tried to search them, or whoever it is?
いいな。
Because I know that Dio could be the one carrying the knife as per usual from the... Like, he could be the one carrying the knife as he did from the other playthroughs, but I don't know for sure if he has that sort of problem as he did previously, so...
さてと、それでは早速だが始めさせてもらうことにしよう。まず最初にチェックを受けてもらうのは、そうだな。
Choose me, choose Sigma, come on. Nobody wants it. Everyone's fearful of it. What was that? Wait, something just happened. Wait, why did it transition like that? Did it transition because everyone started checking each other already or something? Wait, ちょっと待って。You only need to search one person.
どうして？
Because I figured out who did it. I know who did it. Wait, we do? The words were out of my mouth before I even realized I was saying them.
知ってる？知ってるってお前、まさか。
Yeah. I met Fi's gaze and nodded, then turned away. I know who set the bombs. That person. To be continued. Yeah, we actually haven't got to that point yet. We haven't got to that point. We need to unlock the other thing. Is this literally an Ace Attorney reference or something because of the pointing? That person, you did it. The room was suddenly silent. To be continued. I see. That's really interesting that it's to be continued with on top of another to be continued. It's a to be continued on top of another to be continued. What is this madness? Oh no, I want to save this. Yes. There we go. Okay, now we return. So it's literally a to be continued with another to be continued. Oh, that's amazing. Alright, well, at least that stops me from going through to that continuation. So, as I promised, I will go back to the next branch of this. But this time we're going to go and follow up to this side, which is the betrayal. Because we've never actually done any betrayals through these particular choices, funny enough. So this will be our first time betraying these people, which means that they kind of get iffier and iffier on it.
投票の締め切りまで残り10秒です。
とにかく約束さあ協力裏切
Yeah.
3、2、1。
Yeah, I already skipped ahead because it's basically just saying, hey, we're gonna have to vote now. Betray. Let's do it. Yeah, because this one, Tenmyoji betrayed us.
アンビデックスゲーム第1ラウンド終了。
Yeah, so I'm gonna, again, skip ahead a lot for this one because it seems like there might be some... Well, actually, if there's new things from it, I won't skip too drastically, but they tend to get too very repetitive in some slight manners because we've already seen some form of them in the other path, which is through the ally path usually from this particular branch. But I chose Betray because I remember this one from playthrough 2. So playthrough 2 is the reference for this one, where Tenmyoji seems to be of some importance to the story of the branch, or this particular area of the branch. And Tenmyoji saw the old lady die. He did vote Betray in the other ally path, and it made us lose points, and that costed us a lot of the flow of this left side, I think. And then we were forced to choose whatever it was. Here it looks like it just goes linear, basically, so nothing will be changed much from this. I think it's going to end very much more simply, and not continue on to something like this, but we'll have to figure that out. Yeah, anyways, let's get to it. Let's get through it.
結果は倉庫内のディスプレイに表示されます。
And of course, it led us to get betrayed by Dio, because the playthrough 2 was where Dio betrayed us.
お疲れ様でした。
Like, Dio was basically leaving, and we just needed to do something, I guess.
アンビデックスゲートを開放します。
But until then, we don't know what it is to unlock his ending for the one playthrough 2, but we'll see. Alright, here we go. Playthrough 5, yes. This is 5th. 5th playthrough. As Fi and I stepped out of the AB room, I could see the others pushing towards the projection, shoving and pushing to get closer. Tenmyoji was left behind, his footsteps a slow, heavy plod. What had happened to make him like that?
裏切りを選んだか
I mean, he did betray us in the other one, so I got no choice but to choose Betray. I'm assuming that Tenmyoji is going to stick with the Betray choice in this one to make it more even, because the first playthrough and the 4th playthrough seems to have like that weird gimmick of like, it's not what you expected, you'll get the thing that's not expected kind of bullcrap, so...
ひどいやつだなお前
he's gonna probably choose Betray just as much. What? You said I should!
私はそんなことは一言も言っていないが、もしも天明寺に裏切られたら、私たちの BP はどうなると聞いただけだ。
Oh. It was a leading question. Oh, I get it. I was wondering why you were so happy to let me choose after you lost in rock, paper, scissors. You were planning to use me as a scapegoat all along.
さあ、どうだかな。
God dang it.
おーいシグマくんファイく
結果発表始めちゃうよ。
It is kind of strange to see Zero Jr. again, like, every now and then, but my goodness, man, this is like, I don't like the fact that I had to keep going through this madness just to, like, see this guy over and over again, but it's whatever.
とにかく今は結果を確かめる方が先だ。行くぞ、シグマ。
Hey, wait! Crap.
揃ったみたいだね。おいじゃあ早速だけど始めることにしようか。アンビダックスゲーム第1ラウンド結果発表。
Alright, we'll end it here for now. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Nobody Minds. Hope you guys have a great, amazing day, week, and night, or whenever watching this. And, yeah, we'll see the results in the next episode. And then we'll go through the quickness of the repercussion of whatever happens. I have no clue what's gonna happen. But my expectation is we're gonna be seeing the same sort of, like, crap as we did see from this particular novel playthrough. I'm just hoping that it goes faster, because I don't want to keep, like, going at it. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be another novel right here, and then it'll be the door or something like that, because it's similar to this particular row. It's just reflected here again, and then it's just whatever colored door we're forced to go through, and then puzzle, and then novel, and then potentially a novel here, but it's most likely a novel anyways, because there's no choices that really gets definitely made, I guess, but it's what it is, I guess. And then there's, yeah, between Betray and Ally, and at the end of it, it looks like it's just that. It ends just like that. But anyways, that's it for this episode. I'll continue into it in the next one, and hopefully we'll get through this one branch as quickly as we can. I don't feel like this branch is going to be much, because of the fact that there doesn't seem to be a large amount of things going in it. While the other ones kind of do have a lot going on, this one just feels like it's going to be a lot less. But we'll see. Other than that, Roz, out.